cinnamon room this very wet Wednesday. Today I'm going to show you how to transform just some simple candle and lanterns during the festive season, give it an added element to bring it alive, vamp it up and make it just a little bit more colourful with gorgeous scents from flowers. Now I was in Little India this morning and I picked up some marigolds and some jasmine. The joy of jasmine is the smell of it, the fragrance is fantastic. And then there's some really pretty roses. Now these, you can see, they're not in the best shape, but you buy all of this in Little India, it cost me $6. So I literally just stopped to one of the garland makers along the side of, I think it's called Dunlop Road, and you can pick up a mixture of the flowers. And look, even just placing our jasmine in our little pink bowl, our enamel bowl, and the grey bowl, and I've created something. Now, some of you who might be familiar with Diwali practices will know that at the entrance you create something called a kolam. And I often cheat and I just do a big array of flowers decorated in a pattern. And this, I think, if you've got kids running around and you don't want it to get ruined, then this is a great option to create a floral decoration on the floor. Now come with me, I'm going to show you all the various options for the Festival of Lights. This year we are obviously all going to be here. It's going to be a very different kind of celebration. I grew up having celebrated Diwali with a lot of pomp and ceremony. My mother would decorate the whole house so beautifully, and we would have literally like 100 people round throughout the day for a meal. It's going to be a little bit different this year with just 5 people, but I wanted to show you how you can still jazz it all up and get that festive feeling by decorating our candles and tea light holders. So come a little closer. The first one I'm going to show you is here. We've got our pillar lanterns. Now you can see it's got, the lights are on, so you can't see the shadow that you get through it. But if you just look at how you can just jazz it up by putting some marigolds around it, just decorating it around like that, maybe adding a bit of color with the roses. Look, just something like that, and how much prettier does that look? You can, as you put it down, you can just add your marigolds like this and brighten it up. So I'm going to go, what do I always say about balance and symmetry? Look, that simple touches that just jazz up those pillar candles. Now if you wanted to do it, you could also add it a bit like that. That brightens it up as well, makes it, you could decorate the whole top of it. I'm going to break the stems off and just do it like that. And I think that makes it really pretty as well. So have a look, and then you can put it up at the back. And I think that just makes it makes the pillar lanterns look like they've got pom-poms on them. Come on in. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just to decorate this tray, if you have a look, with some jasmine flowers. Now these are part of our tea light spiked candle votives, but you can see I've taken the spikes off and I've just placed them so they're just simple votives that sit down. They come in sets of 3, and if you have a look, the tones inside each of them are all different. Okay, that is in the blue-green. That is in the blue, green and turquoise variety, but if you come a little bit closer here, I'm going to show you placed on one of our beautiful trays. We've got the orange, pink and fuchsia version, and look, I'm just decorating this tray, sprinkling a little bit of our jasmine flowers and rose petals, and look how much what that does. It just elevates it, takes it up to a whole different level. Now if you didn't want to go for something so big, these are great hostess gifts. Our tea lights start at just $15. So if you have a look, I think these this is a brilliant option. Decorating it on one of our trays, again with a little bit of jasmine. Now you've seen how they look when they are just votives that are placed in a tray, but when they are spiked, you can take them and just put them in your plant pots or around your garden. I've mixed the two sets so you've got a variation of colours here, but you can see how effective they are when you just spike them together. I have 2 frangipani trees on my balcony on either side, and I've literally just added lots of spikes, and we've had lots of customers that have come in and have done the same and just brought their balconies or garden areas alive. Now, what I really wanted to show you guys is this is our tea light centerpieces, and these come in 2 different sizes. This is the large size and this is the smaller size. I want to show you of how you can take something as simple as this with just the tea lights and how I'm going to decorate it. Again, I'm breaking off the stems. You can see I'm pulling them off, and so they're just going to sit really nicely in this corner. It's going to add a bit of colour, taking it off, moving it in there. And look how just a simple tea light centerpiece is elevated to look so much better, a lot more colourful. You can see I've got the rose petals here and the jasmine. Now I'm going to mix these up. You can see that and this is going to add the pink and the jasmine flowers. Just look, mixing it up. Again, like I said, all of these flowers that I've used throughout here only cost me $6 from Little India. Now with the little mix, I'm going to add some jasmine and rose petals. And as I do that, you're going to see how it just makes it that much more colourful. Now if you're not celebrating Diwali, I have obviously used marigolds and jasmine flowers. These are really reminiscent for me of celebrating Diwali with a lot of colour. These are festive though, so you can use them and decorate these tea light holders in anything. So at Christmas time, I would use acorns and berries and just bring that alive. Now I'm going to just decorate, let's see, I'm going to put a little bit of the pink around here. And if you don't have the time to go out to Little India, you know, look at these flowers in the pink, very similar to bougainvillea. Yeah, now amongst the tea lights, I quite often just put some jasmines around it. And you can see of how this then just brings this alive. Try and not get the flowers into the candles, but you can see how that's just going to improve the whole look. And you've gone from, you know, it's already quite festive looking, but it just makes it that much more interesting. Okay, so if you have a look at that, am I pleased with it? Let's have a look from above. And most importantly, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to go, I'm going to bring it, light it now. So have a look at the smaller one that I've already done. And that I used a lighter coloured marigold in yellow rather than orange. I kind of think that the yellow one is less bold as a colour, and for the smaller tea light holder, I think that looks great. It's not going to be too domineering. Whereas for the larger tea light holder, if you have a look at the one that I'm lighting now, you can see that with the bolder colours, it's a large enough span of space to take the bold colour. So how quick and easy was that? Now make sure you remove the jasmine flowers so that they don't burn when you're lighting the tea lights. And there you go. I think that's just taken it from something that's quite plain, made it really festive, and brought it alive. I hope you've enjoyed these little tips. Doesn't take that much effort. I hope you found them useful if you're celebrating Diwali. We've got a whole selection of lanterns, tea lights, votives that you can spike around your garden, put them out, use them indoors and outdoors, decorated, as I was saying earlier before. Instead of going through all the trouble of creating a kolam or a rangoli, as a lot of people say, I quite often just have one of these tea light centerpieces out of my front door to welcome people in, and I decorate it with flowers like this. Hope that's been useful, guys, and of course you can come into our showroom and purchase all of these various options and purchase them online, and we'll deliver it right to your door just in time for the festivities ahead with Diwali and Christmas. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been great to have you come into our showroom after a little while, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.